Thanks. Next up, we have Jack ATX. Magic Jack, sorry, singular.
Hello, everybody. You're probably looking at me and saying, what's so magic about this guy? Well, am I going to do any tricks? No, I don't have any tricks. It just so happens that I'm also from New England, and I appreciate that story that you told about Mr. Weber. My life doesn't have that kind of coloration to it, but it's interesting nonetheless. And not long after I got here, I started to get into the poetry circles and the music circles. And one individual who you all know quite well said to me one time after I played guitar behind him while he was doing his thing, "Yeah, I'm going to call you Magic Jack." I said, "I don't care." And I said, "But I don't know any tricks." He says, "Oh, you don't need to know any tricks. You're just Magic Jack." And that was this fellow right here, dressed in yellow. And so everywhere we go, he always asks, "Did you bring your guitar?"
Yeah.
And I didn't bring it tonight. So I don't have to be on duty tonight. Anyway, I didn't expect to actually read tonight. So I'm going to read something short and not take up a lot of time. Anyway, just to preface this a little bit, I heard a long time ago when I was young, you'd be very lucky in your life to make really one good friend, even if you just have one, good friend. And that really stayed in my brain for a long time. And I thought to myself, as I started getting older and being invited to, well, expected actually, to go to wakes and funerals, and I would encounter the body and all of the ceremony and so forth, and I think to myself, I wonder, sometimes, not every time, but I wonder what that person was thinking. Did they know they were going to die? What did they think when they were going to die? And I thought, you know, I think probably the loneliest feeling to have if you knew you were ready to check out would be, what am I leaving behind? Do I have a friend? Did I make any friends? Did I have an impact? It's not like all that stuff that you earned or the stuff that you bought or stuff that you acquired somehow. It's like, it's really about a relationship that you had of some kind. And it was spoken quite well by you when you spoke of that person who meant so much to you at the end of your life. And it was spoken about by you when you talked about a person from another side of the world who meant so much to someone that they were willing to give up their home and be Vermont and their whole life and whatnot because of love, you know. And I love those kind of stories. I always questioned myself, like, am I, and I don't know, maybe it's just a thing that happens to you as well, but sometimes you wonder, like, the value of yourself. Like, do people really like me that much to consider me like a friend in a really close friend way? Like, what kind of friends do I have? And I had an opportunity to find that out this past year because last year about this time I started feeling weird. I was getting kind of breathless. I was having trouble keeping up with my 14-year-old dog, and I started having funny feelings up in the chest. I thought it was heartburn. Went to the doctor, probably nothing, but you should go see this other doctor. And he said, well, I see something, it might not be nothing. When I said, you to another doctor, which is not too far from here. And they took some tests and some x-rays and stuff, and when I woke up, they said, it's a good thing you came in. You're going to have an operation within a week. You got blockage up here, and you could have had a heart attack. So I had a triple bypass in February, and thank God I'm still here to tell you about it. So it was what happened after that, in that 6 weeks of not being able to drive, not be able to pick up anything, just don't do anything strenuous, just relax and stay in your chair and do some walking every day, but don't exert yourself. In those 6 weeks, I had a lot of time to meditate and think, because you can't do anything else. And you want to, but you're not allowed to. And the most important person in my life who's sitting right here, this lady who I met back in 1973, when she asked me as we were getting off the train, do you know how to get to the bus station? And I said, better still, I'll show you. Well, she turned out unexpectedly to be my best friend because she worried. And she worried so much that she freaked out a little bit, but she finally got the nurse to come, who was supposed to be, she was there a week late, but so they came every day, And so, what the doctor said to me on the way out, he says, what I want you to do is I do want you to walk, and I want you to walk every day, but don't push it, and we'll send somebody down to help you out with that. And I thought, well, it's boring to walk by yourself. And he said, no, you should have somebody walk with you. So I put it out on Facebook, and I said, I need some friends to walk with me once. If you, anybody that's available, if you could come and walk with me, that would be great. And that's when I found out that I did have friends. And I've only been here for 8 years, and I've got more friends here than I had back in Rhode Island, where I'm from. So I called them Wellness Walking Friends, and this is a real short piece. So who do we call a friend, a good friend? How blessed are we to find even one, someone in this world who cares enough to sacrifice time for us. Even just one, that would be fine. And a true gift it is indeed to enter into another one's life and into another home of the heart, to find that you were empowered, to find that you have made a difference, to find that you had made good friends. When you needed them, they were there. Blessed am I that I could just reach out during a time of need when I was weak, when I was laid low and struggling, and I needed support and help in recovery. When it was time to stand up and walk, I reached out, and they freely did come. Taking their time from their busy days, they said, expect me, friend, I'm on my way. And what a precious hour to spend with a friend, walking and talking. Yes, just walking and talking and getting well again. Thank you.